Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, more on this American shirt. That's the last one I've got. So I broke two of them up. So I'm a bit disappointed in it. Yeah, underweight. I've had a few questions asked about it. So yeah, this is why I wanted to do a follow-up. And that's what I got out of the two of them. So there's a fair bit of stone in there, but you can tell between the two that I broke up. One stone spalled really nicely. Had all these, it was a beautiful stone to break. So had like that nice conical breaks. Not so much conical breaks, but you can go through there and find all the ones that were off that one lot. It'd probably be a jigsaw puzzle, and you could put it all back together. As you can see, that one fit perfectly into there. It was very nice stone and very good sparker. Fantastic, beautiful stone. The other one, unfortunately, was more quartz based and shattered. This is more like quartzite. So it was shattering into this stuff, which is more like quartzite or quartz. So you can go through and find the ones. It still sparks all right, granted. It's still shirt. But that's the difference between the two rocks. You can certainly tell that's a razor's edge there. And that edge is lasting quite well. Oh, if I could play into the camera, so. Yeah, so yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in this lot. I have contacted the seller and said, you know, like, I wouldn't have minded if he just said 3 stones, no weight. This is what it was. And then he sent it out, but he listed a weight and then showed me a thing of a 3 stones sitting on a scales, 14 pounds. So it's not, well, I didn't think it was unreasonable for me to think that he was going to send me 14 pounds of stone. So that's what I sort of gauge my pricing at, around that, you know, and with the shipping and everything, it would have been slightly dearer than what I paid for. I normally pay for my Aussie flint all up, but I do note that he has several listings for up to 22 pounds of stone, but the shipping on 22 pounds is $144 Australian, plus 40 odd $50 in, I think it's $50 for the stone. You're looking at nearly $200 to get 22 pounds of American shirt. And looking at the quality of this stone, if I could guarantee this stone, this type of stone coming in, I may have thought about it. But then he has other listings that has 22 pounds and the postage is only $40. So I don't, yeah, it's, I just don't know what this seller's doing, what's going through his head, and why some listings are more expensive, some aren't. I did the less expensive listing and I got what I got. But and to tell you the truth, you cannot, looking on the outside of it, you cannot tell what's inside there and whether it's going to be this type of this type of shirt or this type of shirt, because they look like exactly the same stone on the outside. I'm thinking this one might be like that, but I don't know until I crack it up. I don't know if I'll break that one up. I've got enough stone here, and especially that good one. Like, that's a beautiful piece. That's a nice sized piece. I wouldn't want to go any smaller than that, but because once you go down smaller than that, it's once the edges burn out, you can only break it down so much. That's why I tried to stay with reasonable sized pieces. That's another good sized piece. You know, I stayed with reasonable sized pieces. I've said continuously on my channel that I do like larger stones, because that's going to be a bit of a frustration. I'm going to have to take it all out and put it all back in there. Yeah, I do like larger stones because once the edges burn out, you can break them in half, get them down smaller, or you can just nap or bop the edges, or continue to bop them. They get smaller and smaller and smaller. Start off with a small stone. Once they burn out, you basically throw them away, because it's really hard to bop that edge, that small stone, bop that edges up to clean them up. Without one missed strike, you break that stone up. It's basically too small to use then. And smaller stones than that, once it burns out, you throw it away. So I understand the mentality of having small stones. You can fit them in smaller kits, but I don't go out. I don't carry them. I don't have a problem. But that one stone in a kit isn't that much of a weight, and that'll do you for 100 fires at least, you know. And I really like the idea of a larger stone like that. You can place your tinder up on the platform there. It all falls there. That one of them there was a fantastic stone, as good as I've ever seen. It's good at quality as the other stuff, but yeah, the other one was pretty ordinary. It was shattering. It wasn't spalling properly. Like, if I hit that again, it'd just break up into it had all this debris at the bottom here. This is what it was turning into. This sort of rubbish, which is useless to me. All this stuff here is basically, you just throw that rubbish away. This stuff's all right. This size, all right. I can work with that. That's no dramas. That's not a bad little piece. I can work with that. Throws good sparks. That's this rubbishy bit. But you can tell it's more quartz based or quartzite based rather than chert as such. But this has got no cortex on it, so I think these are more like river rocks. I would say these are, but chert apparently is limestone based rock, so I don't know. Looking at that, I'd say it's quartzite, personally. That's to me is quartzite. That looks like quartzite to me. I would say that's quartzite, personally. But this other stuff, that there, except for the fact that it doesn't have any cortex on the outside, don't know where it was formed, but I could see how this is. It's got that beautiful smooth texture, almost no like feeling to it at all. It's almost smooth as glass, almost. It's got a little bit of texture to it, but yeah, it's pretty bloody good. But yeah, it didn't spoil like flint, normal flints do anyway. This one did, but yeah, this stuff was pretty ordinary. But anyway, I just want to report on that. Yeah, mixed bag, but that's the way rocks go. You can't get a good deal every time, and I don't like complaining. I do like to call it how it was. I got one good stone there, and it was one of the bigger ones too. So yeah, and I got a heap of stone out of it. Don't worry, I'm going to use it all, and it'll spark. Yeah, no worries. And I got another one there. I can break it up too, but a sharp edge there. I could probably draw. Yeah, it's a bit blunt, but yeah, that one's pretty rounded off. The only way I'd ever drive sparks off that one. Yeah, it's all pretty blunt. I'd have to spoil a edge off there somewhere to get that one to work. But I'm going to keep that one in intact for the moment. I don't need to break it up. You know, I'd have 300 kilos just here sitting on the back deck, and I've got at least another 200 kilos downstairs, and 100 kilos inside, and most of it's flint. To tell you the truth, you know, I know I can put my hands on 5 kilo noted flint right there. That's just behind the camera. So yeah, I've got no worries with flint. Yeah, flint in there, 10 kilos of hagstone over there too. So yeah, no worries with stones, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not trying to show off or anything. I'm just saying, you know, like it's the stone doesn't bother me, but yeah, I want to report on this. A few people have been were asking me about it. You know, have I contact? Yes, I have contacted the bloke. Haven't heard back from him. But this is mainly about just go in with your eyes open as far as buying stones, because yeah, and especially from other countries. And like honestly, I don't think I'll get anything from this bloke, because for him to send out more stone, it's going to cost him a fortune, because the shipping alone, you know, like if he sends me another stone, it's going to cost him another $40. And you know, I don't think he will. I just don't think he'll come to the party for it. And it's as simple as that. He did advertise it as 3 stones. I got 3 stones, so yeah. But I think he should change his advert and take out the weight of it, because I don't think that's right. You know, he said between 11 and 14 stone, 11 and 14 pounds, and yeah, I got 8. You know, that's as simple as that. So yeah, but which I was a bit dirty about. I will admit, yeah. Especially with him putting the measure there. You know, he had the weights and measure thing there, and 3 stones sitting on there. You know, it would have been just a generic thing, but don't do that. You know, you should be fairly honest in your descriptions, and otherwise people like me will think as I did, that I'm going to get, you know, 14 pounds of stone, and I didn't, and make all your assumptions on that. But yeah, I really shouldn't have made an assumption, I suppose. Anyway, that's my follow-up on 8 pounds of American chert. I have to admit, I do like the Nova Colite, or the Kyoka, or the Indiana chert, or the Texas cherts. This would be the lowest of the grades of American stuff that I've had, as far as it goes. Yeah, it's still sparking stone, granted. And if you could find that, like if I found that laying on the ground, I'd be entirely happy with it. If it was free, you know, like, yeah, that's good stone. Good stone. So, free stuff. It's every bit as good as my quartzite and almost equal to my Aussie Grace flint. The good, the better of the two. It is equal to my flints. But yeah, the other stuff is equal to my quartzite. So yeah, just the way it's spalled and that. Anyway, thanks for watching.